What's up, guys? My name is SoulsBaby, and today I'm going to be going over the Breakneck, the Season 5 pinnacle weapon for Gambit. You are going to love this gun. I know 40 matches takes a long time, but this thing is totally worth it. What makes this gun so unique is Onslaught. Your weapon's rate of fire increases as you stack Rampage. You gotta keep getting kills with this weapon for it to be at its most effective point, but it's totally worth it. You're going to be seeing me use it here in Crucible. I'm running a Titan with the Actium War rig, so I don't have to worry about reloading my weapon as much. I'm also using the Rally Barricade, but I'm not really used to playing on my Titan or using a barricade for that matter. So I don't use it a whole lot in this gameplay, but I've seen some people get really good with that thing, so if you can set it up in the right choke points, you're going to do some serious damage. So let's hop right into the gameplay. This gun is a monster in both PvE and PvP. I can't really find that much of a fault with this thing. I'm not particularly happy with the recoil on it, but if you put on something like Counterbalance stock, I don't think it'd be too awful. It's manageable right now, for sure. It's not like Hard Light where you're like pulling downward on your thumbstick trying to get this thing to stay on somebody's head. You're going to be just fine if you're decent at handling any recoil at all. I think the best mod to put on this thing is going to be Backup Mag. It just feels like there's not enough bullets in the chamber for when you don't have Actium War Rig equipped, if you're not playing on a Titan, Luna factions, if you're not playing on a Warlock. So Hunters, I'd say Backup Mag's probably going to be your best bet. Unless you really don't find an issue with that, then maybe Targeting Adjuster, but probably Counterbalance. That's just what I would recommend on this thing. It is phenomenal. I don't think auto rifles have that big of a place in PvP right now, is the only thing that I have with this gun. You're going to get outshot by things like Luna's, Not Forgotten, probably an Ace of Spades at certain ranges. You really got to know how to pick your gunfights with this thing, but if you get good with it, man, you're going to love it. As far as getting this gun goes, it's really simple. The bounty's pretty straightforward. I know 40 Gambit matches sounds like a lot, and trust me, it is, as somebody who doesn't like Gambit as myself. It took me forever, at least that's what it felt like. The auto rifle kills, the auto rifle multi-kills, the killing challenging enemies, you'll get that done well before the 40 matches are completed. But I will warn you that Gambit right now is a little bit broken. Bungie made a huge mistake with this bounty, making it 40 completions instead of maybe 40 primeval summons, 40 primeval defeats, maybe not tying it directly to winning. But the fact that you can do 40 matches and go AFK for all 40 of them and get this done is causing a massive issue for people. If you lose the first round, I almost guarantee your team is going to throw the second round just so they don't have to play a third. Now that makes it pretty quick to get this thing done, but it really ruins the experience of people that want to win. Somebody like myself who has a fairly competitive mindset, it makes it really annoying to try to get this done. So, but still, get it done. This Breakneck is by far and away worth it. It's probably one of the better kinetic weapons we've had in Destiny 2, and probably quickly going to become one of my favorites that I'm using all the time. I'll probably use this thing in the raid. I'll try a little bit more of it in PvP. I like it. I don't think it competes with things like Luna's Howl and Not Forgotten, but I do think that it's going to quickly become a staple for most people's arsenal, especially if they like auto rifles. And if auto rifles ever get a buff, whew, man, this thing is going to be worth having. I cannot think of another auto rifle right now that competes with it. Even Suros, Hard Light, Horror Story, things like that, they don't touch this thing in terms of raw damage that it can put out, the amount of adds it can slay down. The fact you can take on 2 or 3 and 4 Guardians like you see me do in this gameplay, while they're all shooting you, is massive. I can't believe something like this is in the game right now. I absolutely love it. Now, I was on my Hunter when I did this, and I really, really regret it. If you're at the very beginning of this bounty, you haven't made a lot of progress, or you haven't even picked the thing up yet, I highly recommend that you do it on your Titan or a Warlock. The Titan's the easiest one in my opinion because of its chest piece, Warlock secondly because of the Luna faction boots. Hunters just don't have the right armor pieces and abilities to get this done as quickly as possible. Although the tether can be used for the multi-kills, it doesn't really expedite the process quite as much as that passive armor piece for the Titan does. However, if you've got friends that are doing this with you, the Luna Factions boots are going to carry over anyways, so it makes it a little bit easier for you to do it that way. But as far as the bounty goes, it's not that difficult. Just find you some red bars. If it's Thrall or Dregs, Scorn, something like that, it's going to be really easy for you to get those multi-kills. Vex are probably the most annoying creatures to do it with, just because of the tiny crit areas that they have on it and the mass amount of health for the Cyclops and everything. Cabal are fairly simple as well. It's not going to take you a whole lot of time to get the kills. It's really the matches that does it. There's not a whole lot of good ways to expedite that process unless you're going to get in there and throw every single match, but I don't recommend doing that because you're going to get a lot of hate mail and probably a ban sooner or later on it. So that's really all I have for you guys today about this gun. It is fantastic. I love it. Definitely go for this thing. As you can see in the Crucible, it does some pretty good work. I think I end this game with like 38 kills or something like that. It was mainly with the auto rifle. I think I pulled the shotty out just a couple times, but it's totally worth the grind. If you've liked this video, if it's given you any helpful information about the Breakneck, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more Destiny 2 content. Go get some kills with this thing, guys. I'll see you later.
Thank you.